Rickey, you trying to make me shout this morning. Thank you for this, man.
My way out is my way through. I almost jumped out this chair, man. Go ahead, Pastor.
I know that's
Haynes.
right. My way out, my way through, my way over. I love this. I read this the other day, and that is the notice when in the Bible, when the people of God got down to the Red Sea, that God did not remove the Red Sea. God brought them through the Red Sea. I love that because it simply says that in this life, we often want God to take stuff out of the way, and we often want God to move it for us. But God says, I don't have to move it. I can bring you through. I can bring you over. I can bring you out. And that's the good news I give to everyone who is going in a bad situation right now. Watch God not take you out of that situation, but God can bring you through that situation. When God brings you through, the good news is it means that God walks with you in the midst of what it is you are going through. And so as a consequence, you are not going to that trouble. You're going through that trouble. Since you're going through that trouble, your trouble is not your final destination. Your trouble, watch this, is God saying, I'm going to bring you through. But he's not just going to bring you through. Sometimes he'll bring you over. I love that concept that he'll bring you over, and that God is able to say, hey, I'm going to take what came against you and use it to work for you, and before you know it, you're going to rise above what tried to bring you down. That's what happened with Nikole Hannah-Jones. Nikole Hannah-Jones was rejected by the University of North Carolina, but you know what? It all turned out for her good, because God can bring you through, but God can also bring you over. And now she's going to Howard University with the full tenure that North Carolina tried to deny her, because God can bring you through, but then God can bring you over those who try to take you under. So you go ahead and just know that God can bring you through, God can bring you over, and God will bring you out. That's the good news of the day. God will bring you out. Even though you're going through it right now, God's going to bring you out, because God has the last word, and all things work together for good to those that love God and are called according to God's purposes. God will bring you through, God will bring you over, and God will bring you out. He's your way out, your way through, and your way over.
Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, Rickey Smiley, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH_Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Pastor Haynes, thank you, man. Love you, man.
Oh, thank you, Rickey Smiley. Love you. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. 12 minutes after the hour. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Tropical storm Elsa is only hours away from touching down just north of Tampa, Florida this morning. All flights in and out of Tampa have been suspended. The remains of 8 more victims were recovered from the collapsed 12-story condo in Surfside, Florida. Now, that's the most people found in a single day since the collapse happened on June the 24th. Now, in coronavirus news, the CDC says that this Delta variant we've been hearing about of the virus is now making up more than half of the new cases here in the U.S. and continue to urge people to please get vaccinated. And last but certainly not least, Eric Adams has won the Democratic primary race for mayor of New York. Adams is an African-American, president of the Brooklyn Borough, and a former police captain. He is favored to win the race for mayor since Democrats outnumber Republicans 7-1. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. You can find me on all social media at Eva Marcille. Rock T, let's take a look at sports.
Already, Eva, the tip-off of the NBA Finals Game 1 went down last night. Phoenix Suns take Game 1. Yes, indeed, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the star of the Bucks, did his best on that injured knee, but it wasn't enough for that backcourt of Devin Booker and CP3, man. Had too much for the Bucks. Chris Paul, 32 points in his first career NBA Finals at the ripe young age of 36, man. So big ups. So we're going to see if they can finish out. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to go 7. The way Phoenix is looking, man, I'm thinking 5 or 6 maybe, but the Bucks are the Bucks. Big news yesterday dropped. U.S. sprinter and current fastest woman in America will not be running at the Tokyo Olympics after being left off the U.S. relay team. Sha'Carri Richardson is who I'm speaking of. Of course, we know she was banned for a positive marijuana test that had already prevented her from competing in the 100 meters, but there was still a little hope that she would still be able to run on the 4x100 meter relay team because her 30-day suspension would have ended before that race. USA Track and Field decided to leave her off the roster list of American sprinters, claiming they must maintain fairness for all of the athletes. So there it is, man. The story continues to go. We'll keep you posted on updates as it continues to come across the feed. There it is, man. Gary, what's the T? What's up there, Pip?
All right, y'all. Everybody, the world is excited, y'all. People are excited because Bill Cosby, y'all, they're saying that he wants to do comedy tour again. Now, they're saying that Bill Cosby is jumping right back into the showbiz, y'all, now that he's out of prison, and they're saying this is not a shock, and they're saying he's working on a docu-series about himself, but more surprising, y'all, is the fact that he's plotting a return to stand-up comedy. Now, according to his rep, Andrew Watts, they're saying that the comedian at 83 years old wants to hit the road and tell jokes, and his camps contacted several promoters and comedy clubs, y'all, who say they will be more than happy open to the idea for Mr. Cosby to come on in and do his work. Now, they're saying despite widespread backlash and outrage over his prison release, they're saying that the world wants to see Mr. Cosby, y'all, and this is a good thing. Isn't that exciting, y'all? I mean,
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'll open up for him.
Gonna be in front of them damn comedy clubs with those signs protesting victims
you know
of yeah.
Man, it's gonna be a mess.
Really?
But I need to work. I'll open up for him.
I had a couple of comedy club owners hit me and said, "What should they do?" And I just gave, it was just honest, because that right now he just got out. Like right now, I'm just not sure.
But isn't he still blind?
Yeah, but I mean, he still got jokes you don't need to see because Bill Cosby for years he can sit in one spot.
When I seen him, the video of
now
him,
he can walk fine, but he just kind of sit in one spot and talk or whatever. But I'm like, what are you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna bring a lot of heat to your
and he don't need to crack no jokes about his situation.
There's nothing. Ain't nothing funny about
like the elephant in the room.
Right. Ain't nothing funny about none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bless his spirit.
Yeah,
so would he be considered as the godfather of comedy? Because he's been around for a while.
That's Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor?
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that godfather pudding pops.
Tough one right there, buddy.
Picture pages.
All right, the color today, this is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color today, y'all, is sunflower days. On the high end, you say sunflower days, and on the low, you say beautiful yellow. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got?
Picture pages, go and get your picture pages. Time to get your crayons and your pencil. Picture pages, you can get your picture pages. Time to make Bill Cosby do a picture page with you.
Coming up next in the hot spot, somebody secures a deal with Marvel for a role in She-Hulk. Wait till I tell you who it is. Up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Time for the hot spot. Brat, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. We got big movie news for our girl, Megan Thee Stallion, y'all. She'll be making an appearance for an upcoming Marvel series, She-Hulk. She will play herself, and it's possible that her animated character will have a recurring role. The She-Hulk series is scheduled to be released next year and will be available through Disney+. The Grammy Award winner previously contributed to DC's Birds of Prey soundtrack, so now she has moved on up like George and Wheezy. So congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion. All right, y'all, moving on with R. Kelly's trial only about a month away. His legal team is now seeking to delay his next courtroom appearance in order to properly prepare. Now, R. Kelly's long-term lawyers actually requested to withdraw from the case, leaving the disgraced star his defense in the hands of new lawyers who have filed a request to postpone R. Kelly's federal trial, which is currently scheduled for August 9th. In their reasoning is that R. Kelly was recently transferred from Chicago to Brooklyn. He's in his he's in an in-jail quarantine, and as a result, his legal team says they have reportedly been able to meet with him to properly prepare for the trial. His lawyer wrote, Robert is anxious to have his day in court, however, but not at the expense of the Sixth Amendment rights. For context, Americans' Sixth Amendment rights relate to their right to a speedy public trial with the assistance of legal counsel. U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly has not yet responded, and Kelly is still currently in a federal court on August, facing the charges of racketeering, child sexual exploitation, kidnapping, bribery, and forced labor. My goodness, that sounded like some added ones. I don't remember hearing.
He's gonna be in there for a minute.
What's forced labor?
He gonna beat all them cases.
Nah.
Special K, what you think?
Nah, man, he's living in hell right now because he done got jumped on in there. Because, guys done jumped on him because his protesters make them be on, his protesters disrupt the daily activities of the prison. They be on lockdown and stuff like that, and they blame him for it. So he got beat up in his cell a couple of times.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he's not having a good time in there. It's bad.
Well, how he get beat up in the cell if he's probably locked up by himself?
He had a cellie. No. Well, at the time he had a cellmate.
Oh, wow.
They didn't have him in protective custody. He had a cellmate, and the dude jumped on him.
You have like a special management union. All right, anyway, y'all, coming up next, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU, and why don't y'all hit us up with him wake up calls at 8669 Ricky. That's 1-8669 RICKEY. Rock T, who you representing this time?
Man, we finna head down to Tennessee State University, man. Talk about one of our sheroes, man. So that's coming up next right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and thank you so much for having me back after the holiday break. We are here with your coronavirus vaccine report. How was your holiday, sir?
Man, mine was good. How was yours?
It was good and restful, and I really feel recharged, and so we are good to go. So, Ricky, let's talk about the coronavirus. There have been 33.7 million confirmed COVID cases in the United States with 605,500 deaths. That's according to Johns Hopkins University data. More than 157 million Americans have been fully vaccinated. That's 47.4% of the population, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Of course, the president's aspiration was that at least 70% of the U.S. population have received at least one dose before the July 4th Freedom Day. That did not happen, but hopefully we are getting there. The July 4th holiday has come and gone, and we see the Delta variant overtaking much of the country. This highly infectious strain now accounts for about 26% of cases in the U.S., according to data from the CDC. Vaccines have proven effective against the variant, but more than one-third of eligible Americans remain unvaccinated, which is beyond my comprehension, but a phenomenon that I'm observing in my personal private medical practice. I see people now, they've gone from I'm thinking about it or I'm waiting to strongly I'm not getting it at any point at any time. This is, again, a phenomenon that is beyond my comprehension, but I see it, and it's real out there. Guess what, Ricky? 14 people were arrested in Mumbai, India, in connection with a scheme to administer fake COVID-19 vaccines to thousands of people who were actually just injected with salt water. So they arrested 14 people. That's amazing. Now, I'm sure that's probably going on in a lot of places. They only made about $28,000 for injecting those people with fake COVID vaccine, and and India's having big problems with the coronavirus. More than 99% of recent COVID deaths in the U.S. involve unvaccinated people. This is a tragic situation that could easily be remedied, said Dr. Anthony Fauci. And again, we have a formidable weapon against this enemy, the coronavirus vaccines, and we just have people that are they're ideologically opposed. You have people that are simply anti-vax, and this new thing, we have people that are anti-science. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the United States with this. And again, the CDC is investigating the death, Ricky, of a Michigan boy who died days after getting his second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. 3 days after his death, he was found dead in his sleep. So they have performed an autopsy on him, and they're trying to determine his actual cause of death. He had no pre-existing conditions. He had no health problems that would have caused his untimely death. So they're looking at this, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. So again, the vaccines have been considered safe and with no problems. This is the first time that we have had this type of thing in a person that young. We have had people that are older pass away, but most of them had comorbid conditions and had other problems. But this, again, 13-year-old boy, he was going to the starting 9th grade and passed away on 3 days after getting his second shot. So let's keep his family up in prayer, as Gary would say. And again, I still endorse and think the coronavirus vaccines are safe, and I highly recommend that everybody get them. Now, let's go to the calls.
All right. Good morning, y'all, with Dr. Collier.
Good morning, Dr. Collier. I just want to know, what are your recommendations on going to the gym after being fully vaccinated?
After you are fully vaccinated, I'm using the term super soldier. You are not, you cannot be infected. You cannot give it to anybody. There's no identified and confirmed carrier state. So the people that have to worry about the gym are people who have not been vaccinated. But if you have been vaccinated, then you are basically safe. They're still recommending that in any environment where you're around a lot of people in close proximity that you wear a mask. But again, you should be safe if you've been fully vaccinated.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me on all social media at AskDrMJ, and go to my website, lipodrops.com. Remember, you still need to keep that immune system boosted. Take your vitamin D, your omega-3 fish oil, your probiotics, and your vitamin C, and keep yourself healthy. All right, Ricky, thank you so very much. We appreciate you and all you do.
Disclaimer.
Oh, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show production crew, or cast. Listen to around the United States and on the internet around the world.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The cancel culture is out, y'all, and they are canceling and trying to cancel anybody they could cancel. Diddy is next on the canceling list, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that the cancel culture is saying that Diddy is a liar, and they're not believing what he said. Now, he went on and spoke out about on his social media, y'all. He was trying to encourage people, y'all, that you could have whatever you want to have and stuff, because he worked very hard to get what he got. Now, he said, quote, he said, you could do it. He said, you can be whatever you want. He said, you can be eating mango, too, with the ocean as a backdrop. He said, I ain't special. I just want it. He said, I want it bad. He said, and I'm going to allow myself to have mango. He said, I hustle very hard. Then he went on Twitter and wrote, and a lot of people saying this is a lie and the truth not in it. He said, quote, one day when I was growing up, he said, I woke up and there was 15 roaches on my face. He said, at that moment, I said, hell no, I refuse to live like this. He said, work hard, believe in your crazy dreams, and he said, and never settle, unquote.
Okay.
Can you have 15 roaches in
Where's
your face?
the
Counted 15 roaches. Was they dead?
Oh,
I don't know. He didn't say. He just said they was all on his face. He said he woke up. And the fans are saying that is a lie. How could he have 15
Gary,
roaches?
Do you think maybe he was exaggerating about the number, but the fact that he woke up in his home was roach infested is the reason why he worked so hard? Maybe that was the whole point of it.
I don't know if the
Message.
people are mad, though. I mean, Ricky, do you believe that? Because I know we all know about roaches. Do you believe he had 15 roaches in his face?
We all had roaches.
And you sure did.
Do we believe that he was poor once upon a
Sure,
time?
we all had roaches, Jack.
You know your house nasty when the roaches be wearing footies. No.
Got on a mask.
It's sad, but people are not believing that, so they want him canceled immediately because they say he's lying. So the cancel
Yeah, maybe
culture-
not 15, but you know, people go through that kind of stuff, and then when they sit there and you look at your situation and you look at stuff that's going on outside, and you ain't got no air conditioning and stuff, and you pour nothing in the refrigerator or whatever, once you get out of there, you be like, God, if you get me up out of this, I promise you I'll do everything right. And you don't have to worry about me coming back here. And that don't mean that you forgot where you came from, but you just not finna for me, I'm not finna live like this. I'm better than this, and I'm gonna make sure that my grandmother don't have to live like this. And before they died and before they closed their eyes, they had everything they wanted and needed and didn't have to deal with none of that stuff anymore. Right. They died in a nice, beautiful home in a warm bed with family around them, and I made sure of that for sure. So I get it.
Yeah, well, we hope they don't cancel him because we need Diddy and the cancel culture.
They cancel them for that, then they might as well cancel all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, moving on in other celebrity news. Y'all remember I reported the other day, Iggy Azalea, y'all, they were saying that, honey, this girl was caught blackfishing, honey, during the filming of her video. Well, she is speaking out. She said initially, honey, she said to her reaction, they wanted to dismiss her and what have you. But she said, this is what she wrote. She said, I am the same color as the other white dancers in this room and not anywhere close to the color of the black dancers. She said, people will say anything to try and cancel me. She said, it's actually kind of funny to watch people so worked up over a damn black wig and smoky eyes, unquote. So I guess she wasn't as black as they thought she was and what have you, and, you know. So people should leave her when people want to cancel her too. So
we never thought she was black, Gary.
Yeah, that's what she. Yeah, she said
we
she
never thought she was black.
Nope.
She just like black men, and that's that. So they should leave her alone and let her do her, and don't cancel her neither, because they trying to cancel everybody, honey. And Kim Kardashian, she said, honey, she shutting down her KKW beauty line for you people. She said, honey, she shutting it down. She said because she's trying to rebrand it with new formulas that are more modern, innovative, and packaged in an elevated and sustainable new look. She said that to my loyal customers, she said it all started with a contour kit and expanded to eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. Contour kit and expanded to eyes, lips, body, and many incredible collections over the past 4 years. She said, in addition, my team is hard at work to improve the customer shopping experience where you will be able to purchase my beauty and cosmetic offerings in all categories from one website to another. Do y'all wear her makeup, Brad and Eva? Do y'all wear any of her makeup?
No.
Oh, y'all don't?
No. I wear makeup for melanin-rich skin, which I happen to have as a black woman with red undertones. So buying makeup for a black woman is very particular. You can't just go get, like, it's not like deodorant. You have to make sure it works. And so black cosmetic companies just have worked better for me over the years. I don't know about you, Brat, but they got my color.
Yeah, me too.
Do y'all wear Flora Roberts?
No. No.
Do they still make Wet and Wild lipstick?
We still wear Wet and Wild, Ricky.
Do they? I didn't know
if I can find some, yeah.
We can't find it nowhere. But that used to be the junk right there, boy.
The beauty supply.
What?
That's a chick, pick your girl up and she got some Wet and Wild on.
You better understand that it tasted good too.
I swear lips looking like some Armor Alls on some tires.
All right, then for Wet and Wild. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Sunflower Days. On the hand, you say Sunflower Days, and on the lunge, you say Beautiful Yellow. That's your color for today, and the contour.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, coming up next, I got the wake-up call. Y'all call me right now. The phone lines are wide open. Hit me up right now. 866-9-RICKY for your wake-up calls. That's 866-9-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake-up call. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hi, Mama. My name is Cenoria Miller, and I'm going to shout out my husband, Gregory, who is in Fort Wentworth, Georgia. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, Orlando, Milwaukee, and I think Gary is Fatasha.
Good morning. This is Shauna Robinson from Charleston, South Carolina. I want to wake up my beautiful cousin, Teresa Simmons Guest, and my beautiful daughter, Olivia Camille Robinson. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Red Angie. I'm from Hialeah, and I want to wake my mama up because I'm buying her breakfast. Wake up, mama. Wake up.
Hey, this is Lonzo Purdy from Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to give a special wake-up call to Mr. Thomas. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You don't have to do drugs.
What's yours? Cause we gon' let him know.
Come on, let's go.
Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. In Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All the same as me, buddy, by Toyo.
You know.
Yes, what up, man? Rock TZ in the house. It's time for another HBCU. We gon' always spotlight our phenomenal heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. That's right. We finna head back down to Nashville, Tennessee, home of Tennessee State University, established in 1912, home of the blue and white Tigers. Shout out to the aristocrat of bands, marching band. Oh, let's talk about one of y'all's former graduates. Dr. Glenda Glover earned her Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics with honors from Tennessee State. She earned her Master of Business Administration degree in accounting at Clark Atlanta. She earned her Doctor of Philosophy in Economics and Business degree from George Washington University. She earned her Juris Doctor degree from Georgetown University Law Center. She is a certified public accountant, a licensed attorney, and one of a small handful of African-American women to hold the PhD, CPA, and Juris Doctor combination in the United States. Woo! At the time of this HBCU No recognition, Dr. Glover serves as first woman president of Tennessee State University, and she serves as the international president and CEO of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I'm going to stop right there. Dr. Glenda Glover, another proud HBCU alum of Tennessee State University. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, no! Man, that made my whole day, man. That's one of my favorite college presidents, Dr. Glover, a good friend of mine, and my daughter's a graduate of Tennessee State University Tigers.
Come on, baby!
So proud, so proud. Oprah Winfrey also graduated from Tennessee State University. Send your kids to an HBCU, man. I'm talking about it's magical, man. All right, man, appreciate that, Rock T. Coming up next, man, Dr. MJ Collier is up next to answer questions about your general health concerns and COVID-19. Call us up right now if you have any questions for Dr. MJ Collier at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes before the top of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama is back in the building, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Yeah! Every woman is all in me.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh, oh. Jannie, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good this morning. How was your fourth?
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't barbecue this year. I just went over everybody else's house and got a plate.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got 15 plates. I'm about tired of barbecue now.
Yeah, Lord.
Ran my blood pressure up, Jannie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do need you to make an icebox pie for me for Sunday.
Alright, what kind? What kind you want?
I didn't know they come in different kinds. I just thought it was icebox. Is thou church adopted this man and govern yourself?
According.
And the motherboard is holding the 3rd annual Ike Turner and Forrest Whitaker lookalike contest a week from Sunday. So if your mama or your grandmama look like Ike Turner or Forrest Whitaker in the face, please submit all pictures to Sister Velma Waters by 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Just don't look like Forrest Whitaker's neck. Back of that neck.
On the sick and shut-in list is Sister Bernita Green. You know Bernita Green, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, her daughter Lachey is on the sick and shut-in list. Who had to go to the emergency room last night. And she was fixing her hair, but it's real short. And she was trying to pull it back into she was trying to pull it back. She was trying to pull it back to put a rubber band on it. and had pulled it so hard she split her forehead skin and had to get stitches. Had to get stitches over her eyebrows.
She was pulling.
Got to be this man.
Yes, she was. The homegoing for Deacon Hank Howard Sr. would be on Saturday. You knew Hank Howard, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 96. And Hank had H1N1, hypertension, hepatitis, hemophilia, COVID-18, COVID-19, COVID-20, the Delta variant, and herpes. And he was a hermaphrodite. You know what that is, don't it? Yeah, he survived on that and was happy. What killed him was the ceiling fan over his bed got to going a little too fast and came loose and sliced him up like a Cornish hen on Thanksgiving. So it would definitely be a closed casket. All right, Jannie, that is good out church announcement. I'll call you.
Black Tony, what's up?
Hold on a second. I was just trying.
Bro, you coming to work?
I'm holding up
outside
right now. I was on my way to work, so I'm trying to save a life right now. I was trying to text you. and tell you I was on my way to work. Hold on, I'm distraught right now. I was trying to text you and tell you I was on my way to work. And did you want me to pitch you up some coffee or some donuts or a sausage biscuit or something?
A sausage biscuit? Yeah, stop by Hardee's. Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the street right now, so I'm trying to say.
What?
I was texting you, shout. I'm sorry, I'm upset right now. I was texting you, and I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see him trying to cross the street, and I'm trying to save his life right now. So
save a life?
Yo, I'm gonna do PCR on him.
On who?
CPR.
Yeah, a PCR. I hit a squirrel, so, and he's still wiggling on the street.
Oh, bro.
I'm trying to get these nuts out of his mouth, though, so I can do PCR on him.
So you out there trying to get some nuts out of his mouth?
He's still holding on to the nuts. He had 2 nuts in his mouth.
Hey, Black Tony, man, you play. Hey, bro, you coming to work or not?
No, I'm trying to save this. I'm trying to save his life right now. I got to get these nuts out of his mouth, so he won't let them go.
Hey, man, get off my phone, Black Tony.
Hey, Rob, you know how to get nuts out of him?
Oh, man.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary got the T and the clue of the day.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, y'all, this story is very serious, and we need to listen definitely to it and give me y'all opinion what you think, because it's a very sad day, y'all, and I'm feeling sorry for Cardi B. They're asking that maybe she go to the pen. But it's being reported, y'all, that Black Twitter is trying to bring down Cardi B, y'all, and they're saying that the female rapper is the female Bill Cosby. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the criticism of Cardi B stems from that 4-year-old Instagram live video where she publicly, y'all, bragged about drugging men in the past and then robbing them, y'all, and possibly more, according to MTO News. Now, they're saying yesterday, honey, popular black intellectual Dr. Boyce Watkins, y'all, compared her with Bill Cosby. Now, they're saying, he said, hashtag Bill Cosby may not be a perfect man and may be free on a technicality, but I wonder why at Mark Lamont Hill and others aren't equally outraged over the fact that Cardi B, hashtag Cardi B, admitted to something Cosby never confessed to. And it's going on and on to say that it's fighting back now. They say, but when her comments first went viral, she didn't have remorse for the physical violation of her victims. They say whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do, she said, to survive. And that's what she wrote on Instagram. She said, quote, I never claim to be perfect or come from a perfect world. And now Black Twitter is dragging her in there saying, baby, she needs to go to the pen. What y'all think?
Well, let me ask you this, Gary. Is it worse for a woman to drug a man and take advantage of him than it is the other way around?
I don't know.
Is it equivalent? I'm not saying she should be canceled, but I'm saying I think, I see the point that some people are trying to make. I think it's extreme, but still, it's wrong to drug anybody.
It's absolutely
advantage of
extreme. And when Cardi B explained the situation, she let you know that she lived a very risque lifestyle, and that was kind of a part of the world that she was in. That's very different than Bill Cosby's situation. So I don't think that they're analogous, personally.
Well, it's a sad situation. People are very outraged about it, and they're saying that, something needs to be done about it. So,
for somebody to be outraged about it, they need to get a life. I mean, really.
Exactly.
Unless you the one that was drugged and you got robbed. I mean, why is that bothering you sitting in your house? Something that happened 12 years ago in a strip club in somewhere. Like, why is that bothering you? You sitting in your house somewhere in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why is that bothering you? I'm just saying, Kansas City or wherever. Why would that bother you? Something she did 12, 15 years ago.
They ain't got nothing else to do, Kay.
You got way too much time on your hands. Damn. You got nothing else to be upset about?
Okay.
All their bills caught up.
What'd you say, Rock T?
Say all their bills caught up, so they cool. They got to think of something.
Oh, man.
I just say we just need to pray, honey, because it's a sad situation. Men didn't go home to their wives that night because they were drugged,
Oh, Gary.
They started their night off wrong.
Yeah, well, we just gonna pray. That's all I
To get
say.
drugged in the first place?
To get drugged in the first place. That's what that wife wanted. And trust me, that's the first thing my wife gonna ask. What the hell was you doing anyway that you was in that situation?
Yeah, what kind of company you keep?
You got drugged and lost all our house money.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we just gonna
And why
pray.
you got all the rent money in your pocket anyway?
You was at the strip club trying to ball.
You don't have direct deposit.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, everybody's excited about the 4th of July trip that Magic Johnson, LL Cool J, and Samuel L. Jackson, and so many other rich African Americans went on. Now, they're saying that Magic Johnson, Samuel L., and LL, they teamed up, y'all, to remind us, they're saying how insanely rich they are. Now, they did their cruise, y'all, in the Italian waters, as they put it. And they're saying the boat only cost y'all more than $1 million a week, which is cheap. And they're saying that these guys all had a wonderful time with their families, and they do the trip on a yearly basis. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Magic, he returned to the incredible 280-foot Aquila for this year's batch, which, reported as the ballers get all the money and have all the fun. Now, they're saying the boat has a gym, a jacuzzi, a movie theater, a spa, its own nightclub, and it reportedly costs a whopping $1.1 million per week, which is cheap for all these guys, honey, what have you. They said because they paid $950,000 a week last year. Now, they're saying Rodney Peete and Holly Robinson and all of them were on the boat and what have you. But a lot of people are saying, y'all, are they bragging? They're saying because they didn't have any European people, as it was reported, on the boat and what have you. So was that a good look for them to put that out there in the
That
public
was
like
black
that?
excellence, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's their friends. Their friends.
They made their money. Let them enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're making money, a lot of people say, especially in the African American community, you're not supposed to flaunt it and let the poor people see how rich you are and stuff. They should just sell the boat and do what they want.
They're not letting me get no money. It's over with.
See, that's why
I'm
you don't have none. That's why you don't have none right now.
Flaunt it.
You let them know,
Flaunt,
okay?
baby. I'm going to give me a 2020 kid, baby. Give me a 2020. That's right.
All right, honey. Yes, sir. But anyway,
Trade
I
in
think
this 13.
You go out to Lake Lanier and rent us a pontoon boat.
Exactly. We're going to be stunting on that.
Final story, y'all. Everybody's excited for Tyreek Hill. Who is that, Rock T, Tyreek Hill?
Wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, everybody's raving him because he proposed to his beautiful fiance, y'all, over the holiday, Miss Keita Vacara. And they say he gave her a ring, y'all, as big as his Super Bowl ring. And a lot of people are excited about it, saying they look like a great couple. And I'm excited because she's of African descent. So, they match each other. And they're saying her brother, he's a football player as well, Kenny Vaccaro. So, congratulations. I'm looking at the ring. The ring is really that big, but it's big. It's huge, though. I guess, he spent a lot of money on y'all. So congratulations to Tyreek, y'all, and his beautiful bride, honey, on their engagement. Hopefully they make it to the altar. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Sunflower Days. On the high end, you say
what you don't bring.
Black Cloud Day.
And on the low end, you say yellow. Well, y'all know, engagements last a long time, and sometimes they don't make it to the altar.
Support that black love, Gary.
For now.
Right.
Y'all give it up for Gary with a T.
One time.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
A lot of stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. We are blessed. He joins the show. So excited to have him this morning. Just saw Reverend Sharpton sitting there watching you now on Morning Joe. I think they're running a rerun. Please help me welcome political, civil rights, and social justice activist, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Al Sharpton. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Reverend Al. That's a nice suit you got on this morning. I'm sitting here watching you now. Yeah, man, we are so. Ben Crump texted me last night and sent me that picture, and I was having a conversation about it last night. Now, our audience might not be familiar with this story, but about 2 weeks ago, an Arkansas teen was shot and killed by a deputy during a traffic stop. His name is Hunter Britton. He was 17 years old, and different from most of the cases that you're involved with, Hunter is white. And Reverend Al, you and attorney Ben Crump spoke at Hunter Britton's funeral yesterday, and we prayed for his family and friends. So tell us, Reverend Al, what do you know about what happened here? He was unarmed, right?
He was unarmed. Apparently had been out trying to fix his car. And as he was driving home with a friend, a deputy sheriff pulled him over. Because the car brakes had been something he didn't know whether he had repaired or not. He had gotten out the car with a can of antifreeze, and the deputy sheriff shot him 3 times and didn't turn his body camera on until after the shooting. So the family, this is a white family in a place called Beebe, Arkansas, reached out for help to attorney Ben Crump, and then also to me to do the eulogy. And we said, of course, because our position has never been just black or white.
Right.
It is right or wrong. And I think that when you look at this case, our position, and yesterday at the funeral I did the eulogy, Ben spoke, 95% of the audience were white. And I told them, I know many of you voted for Trump. But when we do not have legislation on policing that disproportionately affects blacks, I don't apologize for fighting for my people, but when it disproportionately affects blacks, it will soon spill over into other neighborhoods unless we get this in police legislation and get it under control. And that's why I think it's important. We should stand up for what's right no matter who the victim is. But everybody needs to understand that when you have a police department that make up the rules as they go, it's a threat to everybody.
Well, where do things stand with him, Reverend Al? I mean, and the footage that they have, is it going to be released when he finally turned his camera on?
The footage, we do not know if it'll be released. The cop has been fired because he violated having the camera off, which is part of the George Floyd bill, is that you have to have body cameras on at all times. And I said during the eulogy, if you had time to think of shooting the guy, you had time to turn your camera on. So it sounds to me intentional that you didn't turn the body camera on until after you shot 3 times.
So go ahead.
So race has been at the center of police reform issues. What is the message now that a white unarmed team has been killed? Now, what is the message?
I think the message is that you have to have police reform and law. Otherwise, it will be used clearly disproportionately against blacks, but it will be used against anyone. Because if this guy is allowed to do this to a white young man, it says a lot of whites, wait a minute, you're making this about race, you're making this about class, you're making it about a lot of things. The question is policing. Are you going to say this kid with a antifreeze can was a gangbanger? I mean, all of the rationales and excuses you use in our community, are you going to use this in other communities? In Trump land, we're talking about BB, Arkansas. I never heard of BB. I know Lil Rock. I never heard of BB. If it goes into Trump land, I think that it positions this George Floyd bill, and they have a local movement going there among his fellow students to where we can get laws changed.
Reverend Al, I have to ask you this. So after the funeral service, just like this is not even on my list of questions to ask you. So, what were some of the, Trump supporting Republicans saying to you when they probably felt different prior to this young man being killed? What was the vibe like then? What was people saying to you? Did anybody like, hey, Reverend Al, I get it now, or I understand? What was it like? What was people saying to you and Ben Crump?
A few people came over, I'll give them credit, and said, I had no idea that y'all would be open to us. I had no idea y'all would even come. One person drove up a white couple, looked like maybe in their 50s. They had sprayed across the back window, God bless Reverend Sharpton. And I think that what happened is they began to understand that we're not anti-white or anti-police. We're anti-wrong. And I think that they've been positioned to think mentally that we were these great monsters that just want to run white folks into the river, or that want to see all police fired. And I think once they heard us and saw we would respond to a working class, poor white family in Arkansas, they began to look at the issue rather than to look at what was being portrayed by the Fox Newses of this world.
Yeah, Reverend Al, because when Ben sent me that text last night, man, and I saw him standing there next to that casket and saw you up there, Reverend Al, and I'm talking about like that part of Arkansas. That ain't just a red state. That state redder than Mississippi. You start talking about, Arkansas, and I was like, I felt like that was going to be a change of momentum. You understand? With this debate and argument and just with the George Floyd bill and everything, and I hope that these people, Republicans and Democrats, start getting behind y'all to see to it that we can get some reform on policing in this country.
Right.
Well, and we've got to go forward, and I would hope that this makes a lot of whites, and I said this at the funeral, say to their senators and all, hey, look, this is a thing we want you to vote for the George Floyd bill. This could change a lot of the political equation. And even guys that are Democratic like Manchin can now look at this and say, well, wait a minute, I'm not out there looking too radical when you see black leadership embracing whites saying, look, we are all in this together, where they can start shooting unarmed white kids just like they disproportionately have been doing to us for years.
It's so important. It was so important for you and Ben Crump to go to that service yesterday, Reverend. I don't even have the words to articulate how important that was for y'all to get on the plane and probably fly to Little Rock and have to drive into that.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm looking at the map now. K, you about to say something?
Well, yeah. Reverend Al, you touched on it just briefly, but now we understand the lawmakers in Washington did reach some type of a bipartisan agreement on police reform at the end of last month. You just touched on that. So what happens now to move that forward?
Well, the devil is in the details. We've been talking with Senator Cory Booker and Congresswoman Karen Bass, who are the Democratic negotiators, and Tim Scott, who's the Republican Senate negotiator, and they're trying to get down to the language. The language in the bill is not totally agreed upon. We understand the sheriff's union has been pushing back on 1 or 2 points. We'll all be in Washington tomorrow, the civil rights leaders, and we're going to see what the language is, and certainly if it's not real reform. We don't want something cosmetic. We want something that is real reform that changes the accountability and the transparency of law enforcement in this country.
Exactly.
And I think it's already happening. You just feel, just like I can just kind of feel that change is definitely coming. Reverend Al, if nobody on this green earth, I don't care what people say about you and Ben Crump, you got a home over here, and you are all right with me, and I appreciate. If nobody else have told you, sir, I appreciate everything that you is doing and have always done. And I don't care what they say or what they think about you. You got a friend over here, Reverend. I absolutely love you, and I respect you, and thank you for everything that you're doing.
Well, love you, Ricky, and thank you so much. God bless.
There it is, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all follow Reverend Al at the National Action Network and show support, ladies and gentlemen. One and only Reverend Al Sharpton.
One time.
All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Time for Eva's Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, Ricky, I got a messy little story. So a married man and his surrogate had an affair, and now they are in a wild custody fight. So what happened was a woman who bore a child for a married couple now wants joint guardianship of the baby because she had an affair with the father. The surrogate identified herself as KB, says that she was engaged in extramarital relationship with the father, who identifies as SB, but volunteered to serve as a surrogate for him and his wife because he wanted to support their marriage. Well, after a failed attempt at insemination, artificially, however, she claimed that he suggested that they went ahead and tried to conceive naturally, the good old-fashioned way, Ricky, and secretly promised her that if it was, in fact, successful, that he would leave his wife and that they would raise the baby on their own. Well, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. 4 years. I know it's going to get real messy, Kay. 4 years later, the man is still with his wife, and the surrogate is being denied any visitation at all, and the conflict has made it all the way to the top of the courts. Now, despite KB's claims that she wanted to support this existing marriage and offered to serve as a surrogate for him and his wife 5 years ago, who were having trouble conceiving, the trio allegedly traveled to India in 2016, tried to make it work with frozen embryos. It did not work. Then the wife had no idea that this lady, the surrogate, was sleeping with her husband behind her back, pregnant twice. She has documents of getting rid of those pregnancies by the father, and now is pregnant again and wants full custody of the baby. The courts are in an uproar because they have never seen anything like this and do not know what to do. So the case of who the legal guardians and parents will be still remains to be seen. But Ricky, what do you think about this? Like, who is the mom?
Wow.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to put all the pieces together.
I'm lost myself.
I just want everybody in this story
So
to
a couple hired a surrogate, and the husband started to have an affair with the surrogate. Now the surrogate wants the child that they made together to be their child, not the wife's child.
So who egg it is?
It's the surrogate
it's
and
her
the husband's
because
egg, right? But legally, don't the documents state that the husband and wife who initially got the surrogate, but the child belongs to the husband and wife. So can she come in and say
the paperwork does say that?
Okay.
How old is the child now?
The child is 5 now. 5 years
old.
old.
I think CPS, Child Protective Service, need to come in and take that child because these grown folks all sound like a mess.
No.
The mom is the woman who carried the baby, though. Even if they signed the papers over to have the surrogate, that's not her child. That's for the.
And she signed him over.
That's for the other woman.
And I can see why she would want the child now, but she didn't think of that before. She shouldn't have been messing with the man. Like, huh?
No,
they went into it the wrong way. They went into it with the whole wrong idea.
No, they didn't. The husband and wife went into it. They wanted to have a child, so they went to the surrogate. The surrogate the man wound up getting feelings with the surrogate, and then he impregnated her.
Because when she produced the egg, he didn't know that ass was that big when he saw it. When he saw it,
no clue, Rick.
coming out of Subway. She was coming out of Subway with all that little stuff in that cookie in that little plastic bag. He was like, "Damn, shawty." What did he say special case to when he saw it coming out of Subway?
He said, "You know what?" He said, "We ain't gonna do that artificial thing. We gonna do this real."
If you live in the pork and beans and you the hardest of the hardest of dudes, and that song come on,
like for real.
Man. That song had you talking to your girl cousin by mistake. You just push up on anybody who close by right at that moment. Know that's your girl cousin. I mean, they ain't close, but still. You know that's her cousin. Y'all just be y'all at the same little spot. You know they don't speak.
Wait, hold on, guys.
They fell out of middle school. And
they ain't supposed since middle school.
They fell out a long time ago, but you know, she kind of thick, and you like, boy.
What she got on, okay?
And that song come on, and she got on some of them jeans that ain't got no pockets on the back. She got on some of them jeggings with them little heels from Shoeland. Them little $19 heels from Shoeland. Them Shoeland heels. She got a little blouse on. She got a little blouse with a little neck piece, a little choker. She got that hair pulled back.
She got
with
on
that part in the middle.
Jackie Reed choker.
Oh boy, she got that part in the middle with that hair slicked down, man.
And it's her hair. It's not the lace, but it's not the screen door material.
It's her hair. She got it pulled down with that part in the middle.
And what she smell like? How she smelling that night, Kate?
She's what's that light blue?
What women's cologne?
Dolce, light blue. Dolce.
That Dolce. Yep. Yeah, but it's the knockoff brand. It's the kind you get at the little perfume store at the mall. It ain't the real one.
The one at the kiosk.
It's the one you get at the kiosk. It don't smell for very long. It
So what
smell
you
like
say?
that for about 30 minutes.
So what she standing? She at the bar.
Yes, she at the bar.
And what you say to her? How you pull up on her when that song come on? What
You
you
try
say
to act
to
like
her?
you don't recognize. You be like, hey, I know you from somewhere. You know, you seen her at the family reunion. You know who the hell she is. That's your girl cousin.
Right.
But that song playing, man, and you just, you know.
And what you say to her? How does it get started?
You say, you know, you be like, man, I ain't seen you in so long, but we should keep in touch. Because we kind of family. Put your number in my phone real quick. Put your number in my phone.
Kind of family.
Yeah, so you go in touch. How your little boy doing? How old is he now?
So you go over to another corner and start texting her in the club.
Yeah, you be texting and be like, you know
what?
What
You say in the text message?
You be like, man, it ain't even popping in here no more. You want to get something from Waffle House?
Get it on up out of there.
If she say okay, it's on.
Scattered, she
say it's okay, it is on.
It's okay. So y'all meet at Waffle
already
House.
2:15 in the morning.
Okay, so she meet you at Waffle House. Y'all sitting at the counter, or y'all have a booth.
No, y'all. The way you play it off, you go in there and be like, man, there's too many people in here. You know what? Let me just follow you to your house. Make sure you make it there.
But she hungry, Kate.
You're like, man, I'll stop and get you a hot dog at Quick Trip.
He walked in with a hot dog.
You done went from Waffle House all the way down to a hot dog from Quick Trip. And what the hot dog? So which hot dog you pick when they up on them curling irons?
That jalapeno cheddar. You get one of them jalapeno cheddar hot dogs.
Shut your ass up.
But you got to go home for that thing kick in, though. Come on.
Shut up.
About 45.
Shut up.
Jalapeno cheddar go.
Man, y'all come get this fool off this radio.
Blow a bathroom up.
It moved through you.
Man, y'all come get him off the radio. I'm crying. Man, y'all please block. Go to all your social media and block Special K.
Special K is free. Just go on and delete me now.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 27 minutes after the hour, y'all.
NBA Finals Game 1 went down last night, man, so let's talk about it. Phoenix Suns take Game 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo, former MVP, did his best on that bad injured knee, but that backcourt of Devin Booker and CP3 had too much for the Bucks. Chris Paul, 32 points in his first career NBA Finals, man, at the age of 36, so big up to CP3 out there. U.S. sprinter and current fastest woman in America will not be running at the Tokyo Olympics after being left off the U.S. relay team. That's right. So let me bring you up to speed. She was banned for a positive marijuana test that she already previously had to compete in the 100 meters. She wasn't going to be able to do that. She received a 30-day suspension, but there was hope that she would still be able to run on the 4x100 meter relay. because of her 30-day suspension would have ended before that race. USATF, USA Track and Field, decided to leave her name off the roster of American sprinters, claiming they must maintain fairness for all of the athletes, man. Last but not least, ESPN analyst and reporter Rachel Nichols, who's non-black, has been axed from covering the NBA Finals following her controversial comments regarding fellow reporter Maria Taylor, who is black. Now, Rachel claims in a nutshell that ESPN's decision to have Maria host finals coverage was due to ESPN feeling pressured about adding more diversity among on-air talent, which Rachel says she's fine with that. Just do it somewhere else, not on her gig. But here's where the twist is, man. Malika Andrews actually got the call to do the sign reporting yesterday in Game 1. Malika's biracial. Her father's black. Her mom is white. So pretty much she black. But and she did an amazing job. So big up to Malika Andrews out there, man. So we're going to see if Rachel Nichols is this going to be a permanent situation or if they just going to pretty much kick her to the curb until a later gig comes up. There it is, man.
All right, y'all. The same as being brought to you by Indeed. Indeed delivers great candidates fast. In fact, Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest. More at Indeed.com/credit. All right, Eva, got your front page. What up?
Good morning. I'm sorry about that Wi-Fi glitch this morning. Happy Wednesday, all. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Tropical storm Elsa will make landfall today just north of Tampa, Florida, before it moves up the East Coast into Georgia and the Carolinas tomorrow. Now, despite the wind and the rain, rescue efforts continue at the collapsed condo in Surfside, Florida. The remains of 8 more victims were recovered yesterday, bringing the confirmed death toll to 36, with over 100 people still missing. Now, in coronavirus news, the CDC says that the Delta variant of the virus is quickly spreading to unvaccinated parts of the U.S. Now, this includes hotspots like Missouri, Florida, and Nevada. Officials continue to urge people to please get vaccinated. Now, also in COVID news, the black woman, a nurse from Jamaica who received the very first COVID-19 vaccine, will make history by having her hospital scrubs and vaccine card on display at the Smithsonian Museum of American History. Now, in other news, retired police captain Eric Adams has won the Democratic primary race for mayor of New York City. Adams, whose anti-crime message resonates with working class voters, is a heavy favorite to win the general election and become the city's second black mayor. And really quick, a happy anniversary goes out to former President Jimmy Carter and his wife, Rosalind Carter. They are celebrating 75 years of marriage. Happy anniversary, President Carter. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. You can follow me on all social media at Eva Marcille. Rock T already did the sports, so I guess we're sliding over to the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and you can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 after the hour, y'all time. For the hot spot, 29 before the top of the hour. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out is back on VH1 next month after quite the hiatus from the network. VH1 announced that Wildin' Out will make an epic return commercial-free on Tuesday, August 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Following the premiere, viewers can catch all new episodes every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Fans can also look forward to a brand new set design, 10 new games, and more exclusive performances. The network has boasted that this return is bigger and better than ever. And Nick is back along with the season's guest stars and performances, which include Lotto, Rick Ross, Trina, Freddie Gibbs, Coily Ray, Too Short, Fat Joe, Lonnie Love, Big Frida, Carly Red. Man, it's going to be so good. So congratulations to Nick Cannon, y'all. Moving on, Pop Smoke and Nipsey Hussle's music continue to impact, and they over the years since their death, you guys. The latest Billboard 200 shows that the late rappers' projects reached other chart milestones this week as well. Nip's last album, Victory Lap, re-entered the Billboard charts this week, the Billboard 200s, that is, and has now spent a milestone 100 weeks on the charts. And as for Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, released 5 months after his death, has now spent a full calendar year on the Billboard 200. It has remained in the top 20 the entire time. So the album was the most streamed hip-hop album on Spotify for all of last year. So congratulations, R.I.P. Pop Smoke and Nipsey Hussle. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got them good old meals from Chef Kurt Boudreaux, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Quarantine Cooking with the one and only Chef Kurt Boudreaux. What up, Kurt?
What up, Slick Rick? What's happening, baby?
Man, slow motion, man. I know you cooking something good, man. You know, every time you get on the phone, everybody get hungry.
Well, today I got for y'all a chicken parmesan. I did it kind of like on a Creole style, but first I started off with some diced onions, bell pepper. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Are you driving?
Were you fixing a tractor or something?
No, man. No, man. I'm out of town, man. I mean, it's a long story. But anyway, look, I started off with
what you cooking, man?
Hey, man, look, I started off with some diced onions, bell pepper, some celery, the Holy Trinity, sauteed until soft, added some diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, some pureed tomatoes, added in a little bit of sugar to take out the acidity, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, little Tony's, Creole seasoning, pounded out some chicken breast, floured with some chicken and basted in some fish fry.
Yeah.
And fried until it was golden brown or 165 degrees. Boil my linguine pasta for about 12 minutes. Put the pasta on the plate, chicken, the sauce, and I instead of using mozzarella, I used provolone.
Right.
And I just put that all on together and garnished with a little bit of basil and served it on the table, baby. I'm telling you.
Man, that sounds good right there, Kurt. Let everybody know how they can find this video so they can make it themselves.
You can find this video on rickysmiley.com and also on my social media, Chef Boudreaux Official, baby.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Louisiana's own Chef Kurt Boudreaux. What's up, y'all? I got to call Miss. I got to make a phone call. This don't make no sense. No sense. Miss Jannie. I need to talk to you about something.
Okay, what is?
I'm upset.
For what?
Because you missing money.
How missing money?
I done had a lot of things in my life. And I've tasted different people's foods and different versions of lemonade with a guy in Birmingham makes some real good lemonade. He's a kid. I got to hook you up with that. But Miss Jannie, this barbecue sauce, my God, you missing money.
You know what, Rick? Let me tell you. See, when you reach my age, you know what I'm talking about.
What you mean?
You know, I'm almost 84 years old.
Okay, I understand that, but how do you make this barbecue sauce?
I just show you how to do it. Because you know what? I just ain't into that, Ricky. My age I don't go like I used to go.
Miss Jannie.
I just do things for myself.
Okay, Miss Jannie, but we can get it made. You don't have to make it, but we can get it made. But I just want you to make the money.
Ricky, you know what?
You gonna teach me how to make it?
Yeah.
I promise I won't give nobody the recipe.
Okay.
Miss Jannie, I swear this is the best barbecue sauce I ever had in my life. And I said that, and I made video, dog. I put this barbecue sauce up against anybody, Miss Jannie. I promise, on the Shield, on the Frat Shield, on the Delta Shield, on the Sigma Shield, on the Sigma Gamma Rho Shield, on KK Psi, on Phi Mu Alpha, on Zeta Phi Beta, Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords, City Workers, McDonald's, Miss Jannie. What is this?
I don't know.
How long do it take you to, Miss Jannie? And then you send it to me in a pickle jar.
In a what?
A pickle jar. When we make this barbecue sauce, I want it to be in a pickle jar. I don't even want it to be in a jar. It's got to be in an old pickle jar. I don't know. Something is right inside of this jar. Miss Jannie.
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah.
I promise to God, I'm not making, Miss Jannie.
You know what? That's all I put it down in the pickle jar because I make up so much.
Miss Jannie, let's make this money.
We ain't gonna make no money, but I'm gonna show you what I do to make barbecue. That's my own barbecue sauce.
How long you been making, Miss Jannie, can I ask you one more question? How long you been making this barbecue sauce?
All my life, ever since I left home.
Miss Jannie,
Myself at the age of 19.
you left home at 19 and you 84 years old and you still make barbecue sauce like this. Miss Jannie, I'm not playing on this phone. This ain't no prank phone call. I'm telling you, man. Can we make something when we go to Dallas?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't got to do nothing. Just show me what to do.
Okay.
Cause Miss Jannie,
What?
I don't eat people barbecue sauce out the jar. I'm eating it out the jar with no meat.
Well, that's just what I do. I've been cooking like this here, Rika, ever since I left home at the age of 19.
Now why you leave? Now why you leave home at the age of 19? That's what I want to know.
Because I got married.
Well, why you get married so quick?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You know what was? You was fast.
And I had them children.
You was fast.
Yeah, I was hot.
Yeah, you was hot.
Yeah, hot as a firecracker.
I know you was. You hot now.
I sure, Lord, you don't know how the hell you know it.
Don't let me find out you got a nigga over there.
Shit, I wouldn't have now. You know why? You want to know why I wouldn't have now?
Why?
Because he wouldn't let me cook and do the things I want to do.
See, that's why.
When my husband died, that was it for me.
Right. You want
You know what I'm doing?
You want to let nobody else come in there.
That was it. I had enough of that. Because they too jealous.
Yeah. You ain't talked to that dude from the comedy club, the one be talking about his dead wife. He ain't called you.
Hell no. I blocked that nigga number from my phone. When he called me, I put block on him, and he ain't called no more since.
Now how you block him?
On my phone with my phone, I have to show you.
Yeah, because I need to learn how to block. What you have to mash?
I got a button on there. It said block.
And you mash it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody called me here, and now TT cussed them out.
Oh, yeah? Hey, I'm telling these people, this is, I swear, y'all, I put this up against anybody, and I love Dreamland barbecue sauce. I love Sweet Baby Ray. This butter, I swear. I'm not making, Miss Jannie, I'm not blowing no smoke at you, Miss Jannie. I'm for real about this. You got some more at the house?
Yeah, I got a little bit. I made up 3 gallons. See, everybody begged me for it, but I don't tell them how I do it.
Right.
Don't nobody know it.
Look, we going to Dallas. Look, we gonna make the barbecue sauce, but don't get pregnant this summer.
You're so damn crazy. I'm looking at you talking about my ass.
You see what I got?
I'm looking at you talking about my ass on this damn thing. Now shit now what the hell you do that for?
I'm trying to say something nice about your barbecue sauce.
Shit, I ain't finna get nobody my recipe.
No, we gonna make it in Dallas. I'm just showing everybody how good the barbecue sauce is.
No, we ain't gonna make it in Dallas because I ain't giving my barbecue sauce away. My recipe. I'm going to my grave with that.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
If you're gonna do that, we'll never do another karaoke again.
Yes, I will. I pull some strength out on you. I pull some strength out on your ass that I ain't never pulled out.
Now, why you sitting up here on Facebook? Why you just can't talk to me?
Because I'm looking at your ass on my damn phone. Now, I do know how to pull that up. I'ma kill you. You know it.
Miss Jannie, we got to sneak this through the airport. We got to take the barbecue sauce to Dallas with us.
I got something to take you to Dallas. How we gonna do that?
I don't know. We're going to have to find a drug dealer or somebody that can get it through the security.
You're so damn crazy.
All right, I'll call you later on.
When?
I'll call you tomorrow. I got to take a bath.
You make sure you bathe your nasty fucking ass.
Hey, I just want to say right here. I just want to say this right here, right now, boy. This the moon right there. Just sitting up there looking like that, boy. Look at that moon, that's so bright, boy. That thing up there. But that thing is up there real bright. Shout it don't even look real, cuz. That's a whole full moon. That mean the werewolves and everything finna be out, shout. That's the whole moon right there, cuz. I'm talking about, I be looking at nature when I was in, I remember when I was in school, they used to try to teach us about science and stuff like that. And they teach us about the moon and the stars and all that shit. Shawty, did the moonlight? They say this moonlight did only come around every few years. Shawty, where the whole moon just be low like that, just seeing right there. But it's so beautiful right here. It make you just want to think about life, shawty. Just think about life and work and your career and why you don't go to work. And when is you gonna go to work? It make you think about everything, shawty. It make you think about everybody you love, everybody you don't like. It's just beautiful, shawty. It's just really beautiful. It make all, shawty, just make you want to just want to just take it in, shawty. You got to take it in and think about it. It make you want to get close to somebody and just give them a hug, shawty. Look at that beautiful moon, shawty. Just look at it. Rickey Smiley, I bet you don't know nothing about this right here. I bet you ain't out there looking at the moon right now. I'm getting emotions just looking at it, shawty. Folks done one up there. They said some folks went up there and stood on that motherfucker too.
Somebody stood on that bitch, shouted. I don't even believe that. Shout. I believe they flexing on that, though. Ain't nobody flied up there and goddamn stood on the goddamn moon. And did what? Shouted, they just stood on that bitch and then came back? Like, what the fuck? The hell that was about, shouted. What the hell you gonna go up there and just come back for? I'm just looking at it, shouted. I can't stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. It made me want to sing. It made me want to sing that Patti LaBelle song. So y'all know about Patti LaBelle? She got this song called "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." I would listen to it over my mama's house. My mom would listen to it. She said, "Somewhere over the rainbow." I don't know the rest of the word. I just know she said, "Somewhere over the rainbow." It was so beautiful. I just started crying. I just love looking at the moon right now. Oh, it's so beautiful.